cultural diversity. Then we strive for the unity. In love we stand for all humanity. So we are the IOM, Los Angeles, our CEO. A woman with a golden heart, true definition of God's love. IOM, I know Nigeria. Say no to nepotism. In here, all life matters. Brothers and sisters, together we stand. IOM, I know Nigeria. Say no to nepotism. In here, all life matters. Brothers and sisters, united we stand. We are the IOM. One love. We are the IOM. We are educating and innovating. All of our programs carry all that you need. Be it social and economic wise, and when you join, you will see why they are ahead. Yeah, making progress every day. Builders of peace, not violence. IOM new generation, painting the image of a better nation. Yeah, educating and innovating. All of our programs carry all that you need. Be it social and economic wise, and when you join, you will see why they are ahead. Yeah, making progress every day. Builders of peace, not violence. IOM new generation, painting the image of a better nation. We are the IOM. We are the IOM. We are the IOM. IOM to the world. We are the IOM. We are the IOM to the world. Always on my mom and my gas is my control. Always on my mom and my gas is my
Wow, 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 wow. This is impromptu. Everything changes with change. Wow, wow, wow. I wanted to do an intro, but Lord, I have changed everything. You turned everything around. Faith Amos, how are you? Good evening, Faith. Good evening, JP Icon. Good evening, Precious Gamble. Good evening, Gawain. Good evening, Otabes. Good evening, Nafisat. Good evening, Anuoluwapo. And good evening, Bernard. I want to welcome each and every one of you to our IOM Dreams Den. Yes, tonight on IOM Dreams Den, is going to be the ultimate showdown. Yes, I repeat, it's gonna be the ultimate showdown. And why not? Why not? I'm still waiting for what is Joyce. We're still waiting for Joyce, maybe because of network. She was here earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Is Joyce here? We'll wait for Joyce. She will hopefully come in. So, ladies and gentlemen, IOM families, IOM champions and conquerors, our IOM destiny builders, I want to welcome you to IOM Dreams Den tonight. Let me see what the family are saying. I'm just all over the place. Honestly, I'm all over the place. I don't know how to start. Yes. Khadija said, good evening, my lovely and respected families. Please don't forget to share on all your social media handles. And I agree. Yes, I agree. And tonight is honestly is not an ordinary night. Tonight is not an ordinary night. The lights are on. The pressure is high, I must tell you. And the seat is hot. The seat is hot. Three unstoppable dreamers. Three unstoppable dreamers have come with passion. Yes, they have come with purpose. And they've come with one mission. The three dreamers are here to pitch. They are here to prove. And they are here to persuade IOM members. And I would say, truth be told, this is not just to pitch. It is going to be a battle of brilliance. It's going to be a clash of the titans. It's going to be the bold. Only the bold will survive. Each one has a vision. Each one has a mission. And each one wants to wear the crown. However, only the sharpest, the strongest, the clearest path to profit will be chosen. So, family members, buckle up. Buckle up. Hold your breath. Because tonight, dreams will rise. Yes, dreams will rise. And a legend will be built. IOM fans, it's time to select our winners. However, if you are not selected tonight, it may not even be tonight. It may be another night. I want you to hear this and to hear it loud and clear. This will not be the end of your dream. It is not a rejection, if you remember. I said that at the beginning. It is just a redirection. Yes, your dream is still valid. Your idea is still powerful. And your time will surely come. This is only the beginning. Every family member knows this, that IOM, the dreamers, will surely, I'm looking for our comments. Yes, in IOM, dreams will surely come true. Where is Joyce? If Joyce can't make it to the backstage, we can give her a call now. That's fine. It's fine to give her a call. It's time to give her a call. So we will have her on the video. Let me see what, absolutely, yes, I agree. Ezinne said, Ezinne Jessica. Oni Adenike, she said yes. And I said yes, of course. And Ziti said, congratulations in advance to the luckiest one. And Sarah, how are you? Said, today, dreams then go loud. Yes. And on that note, I want to please admin call Joyce. Let us start together. Call Joyce. Call me on WhatsApp. Let me see if they are calling me already. Call Joyce. Call me on WhatsApp. I can't see any call. So let us start. And I want to say, please, yes, is the ultimate show then. Tochukwu Okpala, Lolo Joy, and Joyce will soon join us on the phone call. Welcome. Is an important night because this is going to be the first real Dreams Den. This is the idea for the Dreams Den. The idea for the Dreams Den is for us to come and pitch our products and see who the family thinks we should invest in. Remember, if we invest in any one of you, you will surely return back investment. Without further ado, let me ask you, first of all, Joyce, to introduce yourself. And Tochukwu, you can also introduce yourself. I know the family know you, but it's just courtesy. Thank you. Joyce, unmute and introduce yourself, please. Joyce. Can you hear me? And Tochukwu, can you introduce yourself, Tokes? Can anyone hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Introduce
I can hear you, ma.
Yeah. Introduce yourself.
Good evening, ma.
Yeah, 1 minute. Tochukwu, introduce yourself. 1 minute, Joyce.
Okay.
Best you can leave so I can see her clearly. Tochukwu, you can introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening, Nurse Angel. Good evening, the admin. Good evening, Lolo Joy. Good evening, Joyce. Good evening, my family members and viewers all over the world. My name is Tochukwu Angela Omondiale. I am from Anambra State. I'm in my 40s. I graduated from Ambrosali University, Ekpoma. I studied public administration. I am an active member in our Mind Talk show, and I am the CEO of Talk Signature Park. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Lola Joy, please, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, ma. Oh. Hello, family member.
Sorry. This is Joyce Kunde. Yeah, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. This is Joyce.
Good evening, family member. Good evening in our Mind Talk show. Good evening, my fellow Dream Dens. Good evening, Lolo, and good evening, Mama Toast. My name is Joyce Kunde. I'm from Ebonyi. I'm married to Benue man. That is why you are seeing Kunde in my name. So I stopped at my study stopped at my secondary school. I finished my SSC in Ohabike Secondary School, and I am a CEO to Rehoboth Supermarket International Business. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much, Joyce. Thank you. Thank you. And Lola, can you please introduce yourself? You're muted, Lola. Unmute. Lola, you're muted.
Okay. Good evening, Nurse Angel. Good evening, admin. Good evening, my fellow Dream Den dreamers. Good evening, family members. My name is Lolo Joy. I studied English and literary language, English language and literary studies from Nasarawa State University. And I also had a postgraduate diploma in education from the National Teachers Institute. I am the CEO of Everyday Fashion with Lolo. I am a fashion enthusiast. I am a fashionpreneur. I am a mother of 3 lovely kids. I'm here this evening to contend with Turks and Joyce Kunde, all the family members.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
So I'll be turning off the mic. Thank you very much. And I like the way you said you're here to contend with Tokes and Joyce, and that is true. I'm going to start with Tokes. I didn't write the question on the screen, but I'll be bringing it out sometimes to write. Tokes, I will start with you, if you don't mind. Is that okay? Fantastic. So, Tokes, let's start with the origin of your business. What is not just what inspired you? Let me see. I will ask you, How did you initially fund your business? And do you want to tell us what inspired you? Just a bit, very brief, if you don't mind.
Okay, thank you, Nurse Angel. I will start by the inspiration because it's inspiration that born the business. Okay, so I was inspired last year, 2024, while going to buy a pub. And when I got there, I saw that the environment was very unhealthy, was dirty, and I was no, I can't be drinking, say buying pap from this unhealthy environment. And the thought dropped in me like, Tokes, you need to start producing this pap, producing it for your family and for people so they can live healthy. And I caught the idea. So I didn't start almost immediately. It took some months because I was recovering from a major surgery. So after some months, when I was a bit strong, I said, let me kick off with this inspiration, this idea. So I went to market. I bought a paint of corn, yellow corn. I started with yellow corn. I bought a paint of yellow corn and I soaked like and produced the pap. Within 5 days, I was amazed. I sold off. Wow. And I'm like, okay. Well, I didn't, when the pap was getting to just like remaining 500 ohm, I quickly went to buy another pap to soak. So people won't get to ask and I say it's not available. And I got the second paint. Within 5 days, I sold off. I said, wow, this is getting clearer, it's getting interesting. And I had to approach a friend to loan me 100,000. And she did that. She said, Tokes, take. You said you want to do this. I said, I want. This thing, I am seeing prospect. And she gave me the 100K. She said, you can pay in 6 months. I said, thank you very much. I used the 100K to purchase a bag of corn, nylon, and from there I kicked off. I sold off, bought another bag, and this is it.
Okay, thank you very much. Still on you. You said within 5 days you sold off. Within 5 days you sold off. How long does it take you to produce a pap?
At least 5 days.
How long does it take you
Five
to
days.
produce? It takes you 5 days to
Five.
produce a. Can you
I
mute?
soak for 3 days.
Mute, mute, please. Thank you. No, not you. So it takes you 5 days to produce your pap.
Yes, ma'am.
How many are you? How many are you? Do you produce? Like how many quantity? Okay, let me put it this way. I think I wrote down some things. Just walk us through your daily operation. Yeah. Give us a typical day in your business. How many units of pap do you produce and sell daily?
Okay. So now, on a norms, I produce 6 paints a week. But in that week, that is me producing. But I normally get orders. If I get orders, it might increase to 10 or 12 per week. Yes. But I measure out 6 paints every week.
Can you tell us how much does it cost you to produce a paint and how much do you gain per paint?
Okay. Now, our pap comes in different variants. We have ginger pap, ginger infused pap. The cost is different from when I'm making a mixed grain pap or a fruity pap or a coconut county pap. We have different variants and different prices. So some I get 2K, there's some that probably the corn did
Sorry,
not rise and I get 1.5. So
sorry, you get
yeah,
2K or you use 2K. How much does it cost you to make it and how much do you sell it for?
if it's a plain pap, yellow pap without anything, Okay, it cost me 5,000 and I sell
So
it for 8,000. Yes,
5,000 to make one paint,
exactly.
and you sell it for 8,000. So we
Exactly.
assume that your profit is 3K per paint. Is that correct?
Correct.
3K per paint. So if that is the case, um, what is your average daily or weekly sales volume? Like, how much do you sell a day, or how much do you sell a week, or how much do you sell a month?
Okay, because I have my records where I record weekly. So maybe I would like check. So I do my calculation per, I said I do 6 paints. So in that 6 paints, assuming I sold out in 2 weeks or in 8 or 10 days. So I'm expected to have 3 times 6 is 18. That's 18,000.
Sorry, not expected. Tell me how much do you
18,000, 18,000, eighteen
for a
thousand.
week
You
or
know,
for a day of a month?
for for like I said that 6 months I produce weekly. Sometimes it finishes in a week. Sometimes it finishes in 2 weeks. Depend on how the market is. Average 2 weeks.
So
Average for
in,
the for the for the six
in
paid
2 weeks,
2 weeks. Yes,
in 2 weeks, you make how much? You sell, not make,
eighteen
you sell
thousand.
how much? 18,000.
18K. As in not less than 18,000.
Okay. So
Yes.
not less than, so in 2 weeks, you sell 18,000. Now, what is the profit margin? If you sell 18,000, you said 3K per five, for one paint, you make 3K per paint. This 18,000 you sell, how many paints will it be? Do you have an idea?
The 18,000. Six paints. Six
Six
paints
paints.
gives you 18,000. Yes,
So
ma'am.
in a week, roughly, you are able to sell 6 paints.
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, sorry.
I said it
You
varies. Yes, varies. Sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks. Depends on how the sales is.
all
Yeah.
right. So now, you said again, sorry, still on you, so we'll have a flow, if you don't mind. So you said
No problem.
in your write-up, you mentioned that you have so far sold 464K in sales. Is that correct? That's what
Very
you wrote,
correct, ma'am.
and
Very correct, ma'am.
170K in profit.
Exactly, ma'am.
We'll do the plus and minus later. So over what period of time was this? Now, it's not going, because I didn't know about the 16K. So over what period of time is this?
Between 28th of November 2024 and 21st of March 2025. Remember, the 16K, I said at most, because in 2 weeks I might get order, additional order, but I set a plan of 6 paints per week. But if there is no market, it will exceed like 10 days or 14. But at times I get additional order. Do you understand? It depends on how the market is. Yeah.
So,
But for sure, I will have 18K in 2 weeks. That one is static, is for sure.
so, so you started the business in
Twenty-eight precisely.
November 28th. So let's say December, because it's 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, let's say December, just to give it. We'll still bring forward the 2 days. So December, January, February, we're in March, April. So let's say December, January, February, March. We are in the first week of April. So 3 months. Let's do some calculation. 3 months divided by 4. Sorry, 3 months is, let's do it in 2 weekly. 1 month will say 2 weeks, isn't it? 2 weeks, 2 weeks is, in fact, let me use the calendar. Let's come with the calendar straight. So you started 28 precisely in November. Yeah, this is November 28. So
On a Thursday.
5th December, 12th December is 2 weeks. So 1, I'm just giving it the average of your 18. Then December 26th is another 2 weeks, 2. 1 to 9th of January, 2 weeks, 3. 23rd of January, 2 weeks, 4. 13th of February, the 5th, 2 weeks. 27th of February, I hear you, don't worry, 2 weeks, 6. 13th of March, the 7th, 2 weeks. 27th of March, 8, 2 weeks. So the 10th of April, we make it the 9th, 2 weeks. Yeah? Let's calculate 9 times 18. It gave me 162,000 for the period of time you've been existing in terms of for 2 weeks on the average of 6. But let's do it an average of 10. Yeah? Let's give it an average of 10. 10 times 9. 10 paints will be how much? 6 paints is 18,000. 10 paints. Let's do it 12 paints.
10 is 180.
180. Thank you. Times 9. 180,000 times 9. Okay. It's giving me I'm just doing some rough math here. Yeah, it went beyond that. Yeah, it went beyond that. That's fine. So let's go to the next question. Sorry, I don't mean, it's just that business, we want to see if it's realistic. We are not there on ground. Now, you are asking how much, I know how much you're asking, but just say to the family, how much are you asking for?
I'm asking for 1 million naira.
So what specific gains will that 1 million naira bring for you? Before we go to that, you paid the 100,000 within how long? You said you borrowed 100,000 from someone.
Yes,
how long did it take
yes,
you to pay? You said you've paid it
I paid
off.
I paid it up in March, second week in March. I get, yeah.
It took you
Second week in March.
second week in March to pay it off. So you want 1 million investment from IOM.
Yes, ma'am.
What specific gain will this bring to you? And if your business is that viable, you're getting a lot of profits within short time, why are you not turning over? Why do you need more money from IOM? Tell us what specific gains the 1 million is going to bring to you, and also how are you going to achieve this with your current profit margin?
Thank you very much, ma. Because I need a financial assistance of 1 million naira from IOM's Dreams Den. Course, my vision is to start producing powdered pap in different variants. Because this powdered pap, I can export it to Africans in diaspora. I can My vision again is to sell it in supermarket, to be sold in supermarkets, be able to send it in other states in Nigeria. Currently, I had an order in South Africa. Because I only have wet pap for now. The person actually paid, but I couldn't deliver. The person that was supposed to pick up said that he's scared because that he's scared is wet, that if it's powdered, it will stay long with him before he travel, even though the person said I shouldn't pay him back. Okay, and I have so many people from other states demanding for this powder, for this pap. So when if I get this 1 million naira from IOM Dream Den, I'm going to use it to buy dehydrator. Dehydrator is what we use to dry the pap hygienically. Instead of putting it outside in the sun, there will be a lot of sand and germs. But the hydrator would dry it hygienically, and I still need a commercial blender, a very strong blender to blend it into powdered, sieve it. I still need money to buy uh pouch, plastic pouch, Ziploc bags, sealing machine to brand it. Okay, so it will be able, it can be acceptable anywhere, and it will give me branding it and putting it in powder form, because actually the powdered pap stays a very long time in the shelf, more than a year, compared to wet pap. Because wet pap, if you do not have a refrigerator, you won't be able to store it for long. So getting a dehydrator and things for packaging will make my market go far, local and international markets. And I believe IOM Dreams will make my dream comes true. Yeah, thank you.
You've already answered the next question I wanted to ask, which is the risk and how you plan to mitigate it. But what are your other risks as well? Like you said, dry pap can stay for 1 year and wet pap. So, what are other risks that you face? Like, I know pap, you use refrigerator, freezer, the wet one, isn't it? And
Okay.
light never failure in Nigeria. I'm just giving you instances of this. What are other risks you're likely to face in your business?
Okay. Yeah, the risk is just not having a generator to power the freezer. As at now, the freezer, I am still managing the house freezer, but because the house freezer that will still contain other foodstuffs. But now I want to, if IOM Dreams then will grant me this finance, I will use part of it and repair a freezer. I have a freezer which the repairer have already charged me 100,000 to replace the parts. So so I can be able to refrigerate it. Then a small generator. Okay, I think the major risk there is it being wet, because as it's wet, people order in other states, they cannot order because they are scared of drivers breaking the plastics or not getting to them on time. That is the high risk. So the powdered form is the best.
Which one are you currently doing?
Wet papma, wet papma.
So, um, now I've asked you how long it takes you to produce. Now, collaboration. You talk about selling in other states, including selling internationally? My question is, have you collaborated with any local suppliers? How do you ensure a steady supply of your both ingredients and also your final product? How do you get them?
Okay, I there's a market in Ogun State, Ijako. That is where these are Hausa market. That is where I have two customers there. If the other one doesn't have, I call on the other one. So I transport myself. I go there to buy, then buy my nylons. But now I need packaging. I need to, if I get this finance, I'll be able to package and brand it this way, that it will come in different, it will be more acceptable. And again, I have gone further to register my business in CSC. It will, that CSC, when your business is registered, people are online, because now I sell online, but I do not have that strong link, because they will say, it's just you are not registered and it's just wet. So when I registered in CSC, so if I start packaging my stuff, my dry pap, or even the wet pap, with good branding, because branding actually makes elevates your product. So with good branding, I and online marketing, I think I'm going to do very, very well, because people are already identifying with my business. But for now, I go to, for now that I'm doing the white pipe, I go to shops. I have shops that I go to drop the pipe. Some they come and buy and sell at their profit. Some I take my plastic and drop. After selling, they will give me money. Some they will buy. Then churches, people in churches, trees, they book half paying, they book one paying, stuff like that. Yeah.
That was the next question I wanted to ask you. If you're already in shops, and how do you distribute to local markets? Now, the question I will ask you now is, do you have a team? Is this a one-woman business? Who will manage how will you expand? How will you be able to manage your business and expand the way you're talking about international expansion?
Okay, for now, I'm glad that I'm already an employer of labor. I have one woman that assists me in washing the pap. I pay her per 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 time that she comes to help out in washing. Okay, so I think so. When the business expands, I will employ people, but I'm not going to be an armchair CEO. Is what is the passion I have. I will be on ground for everything. Yes, ma'am.
So lastly, what makes your pap? Why should I buy your pap when
Wow.
there are paps in the market?
Our pap comes in different variants. It's not the regular boring pap. Number one, it's highly nutritional. My pap, I have, like I said, I produce fruity pap. This is very good for babies. We use banana, we use apple, fruity pap. We use there's coconut county pap. I produce mixed grain pap. I produce I produce a ginger infused pap. I produce wet Tom Brown pap. I produce tiger and date pap. This cuts across babies, pregnant women, nursing mothers, children, adults. And especially if you have anyone, both kid and adult, that is picky, that is a picky eater. Our Tom Brown pap contains all the nutrients. It has phosphorus, magnesium, it has vitamin A, B1, B5, B3. Okay, so, and pap helps to regulate our blood pressure. I am building a brand of integrity, convenience. Okay, so anybody that is buying our pap will know that is when I say it's 100% natural, no preservative, no addictive, no artificial coloring. Our pap is 100% natural, yummy, creamy, and nutritious. Thank you.
Toast, I'll come back to this question again because I just checked it as you were talking and I saw gaps. So you said initially, you said in 2 weeks you make 18K roughly. That is your target. But sometimes you get more, sometimes in terms of order, you get more. So I looked at the calculation again. I did from 28 precisely, 28th December. So now I counted nine. Let me count it one by one. So 28th December, because I don't want us to sweet talk. I want us to be authentic. So 28th December to till now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 divided by 2. So it's 2 weeks from 28th November till today. It's 2 weeks. That's 18 weeks. There's a way I counted it. If I count the weeks. Now, if you make 18,000, I want us to calculate this together. If you make roughly 18,000 in 2 weeks, 18,000 times 9, is equals to 162,000. Then let's say you sold 12, 12, 12, 12, which is not going to be the case regularly. 12, 12, 12, 12. Let's times it by 2, isn't it? Is that how to calculate it? We'll times it by 2. Yeah?
Okay.
Is that correct?
Yes.
It gave me 324,000. So I think that's if you sold instead of, let's say, 18, 6 pence is 18, 12 pence will be 18 times 2, isn't it? Yeah?
Okay.
12 pence.
Okay.
So let's say 18 times 2. Let me give you the highest. It's not 100 and something as you told me. 18 times 2 is 36. So I'm not even using 10 pence. I'm using 12. You're selling 12 every 2 weeks. So 36 times 9 is 320.
No. You are mixing it. It's not 12 every. It's not
I'm
12. It's
giving
six.
you, yeah.
6 every 2 weeks, not 12. 6.
You're not
6.
bringing it down. I'm bringing it up. So 6, this is very important. I will put you
Okay.
behind. I'll do it this way. Yeah. So
Okay.
if you sold 6 pence, yeah, times you sold 6 pence, you sold it for 18,000 in 2 weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
If you sold 12 pence, how much will it be?
If I sold 12 pence
Instead of 6 pence. Let's now times it 18 times 2, isn't it?
Okay.
Is it correct? Are you with me?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's imagine you didn't sell 6 pence, you sold 12 pence. So
In 2 weeks.
in 2 weeks, you sold 12 pence. It's too much,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's too much.
no. It's too much. Yeah. It's
So
too
let
much.
us go by, for the benefit of doubt, to make sure Nosenja did not reduce your value. Let me increase it. Let's assume is you sold 12 pence. Yeah? Don't worry, we can minus. We'll minus. You sold 12 pence. Yeah? Yeah? Told you.
Okay.
You sold, I've unmuted you. You muted yourself. Yeah. You sold 12 pence. Yeah? You understand, Tochukwu? So if you sold 12 pence, that would be 12 times 2, isn't it? Instead of 18,000, sorry, 18. 18,000 times 2, you will make 36K instead of 18,000. Am I correct?
I'm confused. I'm lost.
Okay, let's do your own. You sold 6 paints in 2 weeks and you made 18,000. Is that correct?
Very
Is
correct,
that
man.
good? Let's go
Very
by it.
correct, man.
18,000 for 2 weeks. Yeah. Now, from November 28th till today is 2 weeks. Is 18 weeks. I divide it by 2 is 9 weeks. Yeah. From
Okay.
November
Okay.
till they calculated
Okay,
it.
man. All right,
So
man.
18,000 times 9 weeks. So if you were to sell six paints of pap, you will make 162,000 naira. Then
Okay.
I gave you, I now multiply it by 2 to give you extra
Oh,
in case of
wow.
Christmas, you selling.
No, no, the Christmas, I just started that time now,
Okay. If
nothing,
you I must add it. I will add it because I want to. So times it by 2. So
Wow.
if the best case scenario, because I'm wondering, it's easier said than done. In the best case scenario, if I multiply, you told me it's 18,000 for 2 weeks for 6 paints. I now said, no, you forgot. It's 6 paints you sell. If you sold 6 paints, Tochukwu, you're going to make
One.
324,000 since November 28th. You started selling duplicates of what you gave to me. You will not make more than this. So where did the
No,
464,000?
no, we are putting out. No, you asked me how gain. You asked me. This is actually the gain. You asked me what is my gain. That is what I told you. I make 3K. You forgot. You said
Is
what is your gain? I said that is my gain. Okay, that's what I said. 3K. And you said how much do you make per gain? You asked me how much does it cost me. I said 5,000 to make it. You said how much is my gain? And I said 3,000. So that is how it was calculated, ma. Yes, ma'am.
so what
Yes,
you
ma'am.
gave to me when I asked you, the question I asked you that brought about this is, I know I asked you something about how many paints you sell and how much you sell. But if you say you're talking about gain, so you make 18,000
Yes,
profit in
yes,
2 weeks.
yes, ma'am.
In
Yes,
2
ma'am.
weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Correct, ma'am. Correct.
If that is what you make in 2 weeks, and let's say roughly 300,000 since you started, yeah, is that what you're saying? Since you
No.
started, since you started,
Gain? 300
gain,
gain?
yeah,
300,000 gain?
yeah. What's your
No, it's not
profit?
possible.
What's your profit since you started? You know, roughly.
I said I've made over 170K.
In
Messenger,
profit.
this,
Okay.
this, yes,
170K
ma'am.
in profit since you started.
Yes, I said I made over. Yes, ma'am.
That's
Yes, ma'am.
fine. That's fine. I see it now.
Yes.
That's fine. Thank you very much, Tochukwu. Thank you. I can see Joyce. Joyce, you're back. So let's go to Joyce. Are you happy to come to you? The way you're seated, I don't know if you're comfortable like that. Joyce is the network is bad. I think her network is bad. So I will come to you, Lola Joy. Lola, you said you are a fashionpreneur, making beauty looks beautiful. Is that correct? Okay, unmute yourself.
Yes, Miss Angel. That's my slogan. I make beauty look beautiful.
I'm muting you before I speak because a lot of noise from your background. So, Lolo Joy, talk to us. Talk to us about your. Do you work? Because you say you do your business part time. Is that correct?
Is that correct?
Yes, very correct, ma.
What do
I
you
work.
do?
I work in a real estate firm. I co-manage a plaza that belongs to my MD. So we are the management team in that plaza.
How
So
long?
the plaza,
How long do you work?
How long do you work?
okay, I work from 9 to 5 every day, from Monday to Friday.
How will you?
How will you?
Hello, ma'am.
I'm muting you. So I wanted to know. Yeah, don't worry. Let me bring out your question. Let me type your question. Sorry, because good, it's not complete. So your question is here. Look at it. You work 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and you mentioned you're running this as a part time. How will you balance your other job with this? What system or support do you have in place to ensure you make profits in your business? I will unmute you to speak.
Okay. Thank you, Nurse Angel. Yes, I work 9 to 5, but in between my work, I have break time. I have like 1 hour break in between my working hours. And aside that 1 hour break, I also have days that I don't have much work on my table. So I have the privilege to go around because in my plaza we have like 200 office spaces occupied by different professionals. So I took advantage of that space. Being in the management team, I have access to almost all the offices. So I have a lot of ladies that work there as secretaries to various offices or MDs. So I have cordial relationship with them. During my break time, I go to their offices. I speak with them one on one. I do my marketing. Sometimes I go with my products. Sometimes I just leave it in the office. When I give them a mouth wet to wear the advertisement, they in turn, maybe during their break time, they come to my own office to select what they want. Sometimes I go with my goods to their office and then they buy. So then during the weekend, I go around my neighborhood. I have a lot of customers around my neighborhood. So my Saturday evenings and Sunday evenings, most times I use them to also do marketing. That's how I balance it.
Thank you. I'm trying to mute to talk. So the next question is on the screen for you. Um, how do you manage sourcing and selling the clothes? What's your daily or weekly sale volume? And where you've told us where you sell it, how much do you make from it? So how much do you buy a bale, for instance, and how much do you make from it? And how long does it take you to do that?
Okay. Thank you, Nurse Angel. Well, like I stated in my proposal, I have not been able to buy a bill because I started small. Like I say, it's a part-time business which I hope to expand. And when I expand it and it does well, I can confidently resign from my job and then face it squarely. But I do go to Saturday market. There is a market around my area that sells only on Saturdays. So because I don't go to work on Saturdays, That is where I go to source for my goods. And so I select the best. I know how to combine colors. I know good fabrics. So when I see those good ones, I select. And then in the course of the selection, because they are not just one particular kind of clothes, because there are gowns, there are pants like trousers, there are bum shirts, there are inners. So each has a price tag. They grade it for me as according to if it is gown, if they are short gowns or long gowns. So there are some that I buy for 500 because I'm reselling. So they cut down their selling price for me as a retailer. So there are some that I buy for 500 naira. There are some that I buy for 1,000 naira. And this one that I buy for 500 naira, when I take them back to my office, I can sell them as high as 1,500 naira to 2,000 naira. Then the ones I buy for 1,000 naira, I can resell them for as high as 3,000 naira because they are clothes. And in the course of my business, I discovered that ladies, especially ladies, they love beautiful clothes and they love to wear good clothes. And so looking good is a good business. It is really good. I am making gain from it. And then clothing are not things that expire or get worn out easily. So I do this every week. It has become my weekly routine, except for Saturdays that I have engagements, maybe like IOM engagement. I can decide to stay back from the market, but everybody around me knows that every Saturday I go to the market to select and buy my products. Then within that Saturday evening and Sunday, I go around my neighborhood. Then on Monday, I move the remaining one to my office area.
I've muted you. So you talked about selling 500 for 1,005 for 2,000, which sounds huge. The question is now is how long does it take you to sell this, and how often do you sell it? And also on that same note, what is your average profit per day, week, or month?
Once again, thank you so much, Nurse Angel, for the question. Yes, like I said, the ones I bought for 500 naira, I can pick like 10 or 15 pieces of them. So when I pick like 15 pieces or 20 pieces of the ones for 500 naira, and I sell them for 1,500 naira, I am making like a gain of 20,000 naira on top. Because if it is 30 pieces, or if it's 30 pieces, I'm buying it for like 15,000. So by the time I sell it for 1,500 naira, I'm making a gain of 30,000 naira extra on top. Making a sale of like 45,000. And yes, there are weeks that I sold off everything. There are weeks that I used to sell off everything. There are weeks that I will sell some, and then the remaining one, I will take it over to the next week because I'll have to go to the market on a Saturday again to restock. Then the ones I buy for 1,000 naira, I can sell for 2,000 or 3,000. So it depends the number of pieces. Like sometimes I end up buying pieces of clothes of about 30 pieces or 50 pieces, depending what I see in the market or how good the bill they open looks. So that's how I select and sell. The profit is really encouraging and it has helped me a lot.
If you make such a profit, you're saying, why haven't you been able to buy a bill? And also in your proposal, you said you bought a bill for a woman, but you said now that you can't afford a bill. It's very contradicting to listen. You said you can't afford a bill, and you also said you bought a bill for somebody, and you say you're making all these huge duplicate of um, price profits. So I'm trying to put it together. Which one do we take? Have you bought a bill before? Here you said no. On your proposal, you said you bought a bill for somebody. Do you have what's tell us more?
Can you okay, Nurse Angel, you didn't get what I said in my proposal. I didn't say that I bought a bell for a woman. I say I gave her what I say is that I gave her a bag of clothing. I didn't say a bill. A bill is different from a bag. It was a Ghana must go. I packed clothes inside a Ghana must go because truly this woman was abandoned by her husband because she has three lovely girl child, and so she was abandoned. In fact, her daughter was the girl child that we helped, the IOM helped during the girl child outreach. So because of that, she's always coming back to me for support. And so when I noticed that she's always coming for me for financial support, I had to like pack from my own clothing, the ones I used to sew. I have to take some and put inside a Ghana must go bag, gave her some hangers, and tell her to go sew. Initially, I wanted her to give me return, like say 20 or 30,000 out of it. But on a second thought, I said there is no need of me asking her to give me back something out of it. Because I have learned from in our Mind Talk show that it is good to help. And charity is one of the major focus of IOM. So I gave her the bag. I told her to go and sew. Whatever she got out of it, she can continue from there. And if she needs mentoring, she can also come back to me. I can take her to my customer so she can start selecting. Meanwhile, when I gave her that bag of clothes, I never knew that she was pregnant for the fourth pregnancy, for her fourth child. So, but I gave her and she left. So once in a while, I call her to check on her, and she said, yeah, she was doing good. So that was what I mean. I have never bought a bill, and I didn't give out bill to somebody. I only packed some clothes inside a Ghana must go bag, and I
Is it
gave her.
how much is it?
But okay, the bills are they are not they don't have one price. The bills comes in different kilograms, in different kgs, and it comes from different countries. There are bills that they call UK bills. There are Korea bills. There are other bills from other countries. There are polo bills. There are chiffon bills. So according to their sizes, the prices varies. There are bills of 160,000. There are bills of 250,000. There are bills of 500,000. So that is how it comes. So it all depends on what.
Sorry.
There are bills that contain trousers only. There are bills that contain some jackets. There are bills that contain chiffon gowns or polo gowns or corporate gowns. So why I decide to do selection is because I got to mix up my clothing. If I'm taking a bill, I may end up having just one variety of bill. But if I have money, I can take like two bills. If it's corporate gown, I'll just go for corporate gown and one other, maybe skirts. Because most of my sales are done in the office, so most of my customers also prefer to buy corporate clothes. Thank you.
I will ask you this question again for clarity. Um, how you said you buy every Saturday? Is that correct? How long do you sell off everything you buy, and for how long? Or do you have storage because you said it does not expire? Talk to us. How long I want to know, what's your profit margin? How much do you invest every Saturday to buy? How long does it take you? You've said it before, but you said a lot together. Just answer it separately. How much do you buy each Saturday? How long does it take you to sell? And what's your, how much do you buy it? How long does it take you to sell? And what is your gain, your profit?
Okay. Okay, thank you, Nurse Angel. Like every other Saturday, I can buy clothing worth of 20,000 or 25,000. And sometimes in a week, I sold off everything. And as I sold off everything, so if it is gowns I bought for 1,000, and I bought 20 pieces for 20,000, and I'm making another 20,000 naira extra on top of that market. So if I sell everything on that Saturday, within that week, I go back the next Saturday. So what I see in the market again, I still use my capital to buy and then add some of my gain into it. So sometimes I buy clothes of 20,000, I make extra gain of 20,000. Sometimes I buy worth of 30,000. I can make, out of that 30,000, I can make extra 20,000 still on top. Because sometimes maybe what I'm supposed to sell for 2,000. Yeah?
How long does it take you?
To sell. Okay, it takes me one average 1 week. 1 week.
That's good. The next question I want to ask you is, you talked about your request. This is your request. You say you need for IOM to invest in you so you can rent a shop, buy bills, employ sale rep, thereby creating employment, make more profit and bring back return on investment. I'm wondering, you are still not able to buy one bill, and you say to us here you sell it within a week. That's fairly good, and that means your sale method is working for you. If, because honestly, you must have a magic finger to and a sweet tongue to be able to sell off so quickly, because it's not easy to sell off 1 week. You sell, you must have a magic touch. So if you're able to sell off going around shops, why do you want to rent a shop? How much will you pay to rent a shop? All the things that you incur in electricity, this tax, and the other one, when you're able to go around, and you know yourself, Lola Joy, that we have shops everywhere. We have online shops. You've not talked about online. You're talking about going around, which is okay. We have people just sit in the comfort of their rooms and other things online. So why do you want to rent a shop with money? Why do you want to do that when you have employment? I know you said that you want to leave your employment. So tell us, why would you want to rent a shop when you're doing a lot of better sales going around? And these days, shops, online businesses everywhere is taking over shop. Most shops are closing down. Most shops are closing down to start online. Tell us your benefits. Unmute. I've unmuted. You've muted back.
Okay, thank you, Nurse Angel. It's my passion because actually this my business is born out of passion. I didn't know I will be doing this, but as a result of my passion for fashion and then my quest to make extra income because the salary is not really taking care of my bills. So I needed something to augment the salary. That is why I ventured into this business, coupled with the fact that when I buy mine and wear, people always compliment, oh, you look good, I love your clothes and all that. So those are the things that inspired me and I went into the business. The business is very lucrative. Why I've not been able to buy bill is because I have bills to settle. Because in as much as I'm doing it, I'm also sorting out my bills, small bills at home, daily bills from there. So that is what that was what a part of what has kept me going. Then for the shop, yes, I needed a shop because I needed to expand. If I have a shop, like in my area, in my community where I stay, there is no such a business around. Even if we have, they are not in, some of them just use umbrella to display. But if I have a good shop, I know with my kind of person, I'm a very innovative person. I know the way I'll package it, it will attract more customers. Because the customers I have in in my neighborhood are the ones I used to go to their houses one on one to market for. Sometimes they refer their friends to me. But if I have a shop, I'll be able to buy bill. That is when I can have enough space to stock different uh, types of clothing, and then I'll have more patronage. Yes, I'll have more patronage. In as much as there are online businesses here and there, people still patronize shop owners, especially when it has to do with Okrika. People still patronize shop owners. So it's a lucrative business. I see prospect in it. With a shop, I can start by employing a sales rep who will be there as in every other day while I go to work. And then when I come back to work, I'll continue from where she stops. In my community, they sell things up to 10 o'clock in the night, 10 p.m. So they do late night selling. So if I have a shop, I can also extend my work time to 10 p.m. and then retire. The essence is to make more money and then add value to myself and my community. So yes, that is.
Sorry, I've muted. Now you talked about sales rep. I just flashed it and you talked about it. Um, how will employing a sales rep help your business grow? We all know what's happening. If you're a business person and you're not in your business, you're opening a business for somebody to squander. So you are working 9 to 5, 5 days a week. You want a sales rep to be there. We know, owing to the fact that you need to be there for your business. So do you not think it's going to be back and forth? Oh, how much? Oh, I've not sold it. Oh, something is missing. How will you be able to account for that? Monitor your sales rep when you be at work. You muted. I unmuted you.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Nurse Angel. We know that in every business, trust is very important, especially whereby the CEO is not there. It's just like where I'm working. I'm working for somebody, and I'm managing somebody's business. The MD is not always there, but his business is going on. We are accountable. We retire his money as and when due, and all that. And I've worked in that firm for over 10 years. And we've been able to build trust. So trust is one thing that is very important in business. I won't just get any house sales rep. Of course, I have to get somebody that is trustworthy. I have to get somebody that has integrity because I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask. And even before the person takes over the shop, I'm going to put the person through. Yes, there are foundations and there are trainings that the person has to go through, which I'm already familiar with. So, and every day I come back from work, I'll make up time to take stock. I may not be able to count everything that is in the shop, but of course, I'll have to know what is in my shop because I'll be fully involved. Me going to work does not mean that I'll just go to work and then come back, stay at home, and then allow the sales rep to do everything. No, I'll be fully involved. That's how I intend to go about it. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So we don't have much time. We will not be able to finish. But you talk about fully involved. You talk about accounting for the owner of your shop, and I see someone giving you see, if you're not in something, you can't give it your all. And if you have divided attention, you will not give 100%. You give maybe 50, 50, 40, 60, 30, 70, 45, 55. So do you think, let me see the final question I can ask you. So how will I put? I just want to ask you a quick. I have a lot of questions. Okay? How much do you think IOM? How much do you want IOM to give to you? And what is your timeline for repaying the investment? How will you ensure the profit is consistent? I will unmute you. So we'll go. Joyce.
Okay, thank you, Nurse Angel. I didn't really want a big amount of money from IOM. I needed like 500,000 naira. From that 500,000 naira, I can get a shop and then I can buy a bill. I can start with one bill or two bill. Because in my community, shops are affordable. They are affordable. So it can get me a shop and I can kickstart by buying in bills. And for the fact that I also sell in my office, and then I'll now have a shop that is also running, I think 6 months to 8 months will be enough for me to repay back or to return back the investment. Yes.
I'm smiling. We'll talk again. I'm smiling because you talk about making 20 out of 20, and it's what you used to put in your own personal money. Then when you have a shop, you will be looking for money to pay shop. Though that gain now will be divided. Shop rent, this rent, that NEPA rent, and generator rent to power generator for shop. So you see, the profits will now be going to many places. But I hear you. Let's quickly touch. We will still touch. Come back again. Let's quickly touch on Joyce. Joyce, apologies, my dear. Yours is the POS, provision and charcoal, Rehoboth. I'm wondering, Rehoboth? What does that mean? Charcoal, POS. How do you combine charcoal and POS and also provision? Won't charcoal go inside the provision and so on and so on? So Joyce, my darling, once again, good evening. Can you please talk us through quickly because there is not much time. Oh, sorry about this. I think her network is bad. Let me quickly call her on video. I'm calling Joyce on video. Wow. Anyways, this is interesting. Let me see what the family members have been saying. Fantastic. Joyce is here now. I called her on video because we want to be seeing it. Yeah, so Joyce, my dear, thank you. Did you hear the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the question is just why do you have 3 streamlines? Why do you have POS, provision, and charcoal? And again, just because we don't have much time, which of them is more profitable? Which one? How much did you invest in each of them, and which of them is more profitable?
Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Angel. Can you hear me, ma?
Yes, we can hear
Can you
you.
hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, ma. I started the business, the POS business. This is how I started. I'm having this passion. Anytime I went to somebody's shop to buy something from a provision shop, that I want to have this kind of shop. When I come back, I will be angry inside of me because the finances is not there for me to start. I will say, God, one day I must have this shop, even if it is to start it small. So I became active because when I saw the money people are winning from in our mind talk show, I became active. I comment in everything that they post in the platform. So January, God answers my prayer. God answered my prayer in January. I became the active of the month of January. And the next week,
which January? This January.
This January, yes, ma, 2025 January. So when admin Chibe sent me the money, I said, wow, prayer answered. That is what I do. Prayer answered. I can't eat this money like that. So the next week, God helped you. You now favored me again with 10,000. I said, wow, this is a bigger prayer answer. How will I start? So I now begged somebody to. I have some wood in my backyard of my house. I now begged somebody that, can you help me and knock the wood? He said yes, that he can do it, but how can I start this kind of? I said, no matter how small. You see, this money, I want it for a group, and I don't want to useless it. I want to use it to start that business that is in my mind. So that is how he now helped me, and now I went to where they are selling umbrella. I priced the umbrella. They told me it's 33,000 naira. I told the man that I don't have the money as it stands now, but if you can give me, I will come back to pay you back. He said, okay. To God may have it. A neighbor of mine now said, madam, you cannot be selling under a sun. Please take this umbrella. Anytime I'm free to use my umbrella, you now give me back my umbrella. That is how I collected the umbrella, and I used it with my wood. And I saw Shako people passing. I called the Shako man. We bargained, and we ended up with 5,000 naira Shako bag of Shako. And when I tried the Shako, out of the 5,000, I get 8,000 naira out of one bag, because I tie each leather 200 naira. Each leather of Shako is 200 naira that I'm tying with. So I now use the remaining money and entered market. Because where I'm staying, children is schools are surrounding me. So I noticed that children like all this chewing gum, all these biscuits, and that has been my dream, where I will be selling and be exchanging money. So I now went to the market. I used the money. I bought one roll of milk, one roll of chocolate, one roll of cowbell. I bought things, small provision things. I bought sweets, one packet, and I bought biscuit. A carton of biscuit is 3,600. A carton of biscuit. So I now asked the woman, I don't have money for carton, but can you mix different type of biscuit? She said she would do it, and she now mixed the biscuit, and I brought the biscuit. I bought it. I bought things. I bought sugar. I bought half mudu of sugar, which is 1,006. I tied. That I started coming out. The first day I come out, I could really remember that the children gathered me because of the kind of biscuit and sweet they saw that I have. It attracts children. When I counted my money, it was like 5,000 for the first day. I said, wow, so I can make this kind of money in one day.
Sorry,
so
how much did you make? How much did you make in a day again?
5,000. That first day that I started. The first day that I started, I sold 5,000 with my
You
small
sold, okay.
kiosk. With my small kiosk. So my charcoal, people started buying it. People started buying the charcoal. So I quickly rushed down to the market. There's this thing children as Jolly Juice. I didn't have it. I quickly used the 5,000 naira and went down to the market and I bought the Jolly Juice. I bought something that I needed from the shop. So that is how I keep on selling it until 3 days to the day I started. A man walked up to me that he thought the way I'm selling that doing POS here will move for me. I say, yes, sir, I desire to do POS, but I don't have the fund. He said, okay, I will support you. I was like, I thought it's a joke until when he said, send me your account. I said, beg, I don't, why will you come and be joke? You want to laugh at me? He said, no, I'm not laughing at you. That is how he now sent me the 100,000 naira. I said, is it to pay back? He said, yes, that I will pay him back. I said, okay, I don't have POS machine. How will you do? He said he will dash me the POS machine, that he will bought from the agent and come and dash me. That the POS machine I will not pay back, but the POS money I will pay back. I said, okay, no problem. Ma, I keep off with the POS money. I collected the 100,000 cash. I do 10,000 naira for 200 in my area. 10,000 naira. If you want to withdraw 10,000, it's 200 naira. If you want to withdraw 20,000, it's 600 naira. If you want to withdraw 5,000, it's 150. That is what I do my POS. So before you know, I said, how will I know my own gain? What I'm getting? Because this thing, when you are selling, the provision is the kind of thing that when you are selling, you would like to be buying again so that people will see what you want. How will I know my gain? So I started, each time I do my contribution, I do my POS. If it is 10,000 naira into 100,000, it's 2,000 naira that I gain for that day. If I end up doing 10,000 naira for 200. So I will now drop 1,000 naira for my own contributions. I will drop 1,000 naira for the man's money, for the man's 100,000 naira. And that is how I keep on doing it. Then when I sell my charcoal business, my charcoal, I made up to, in a week, I sold 1 bag. In a week. That period that I started, because I make it big, where everybody can come and buy from me. So that is how I started the charcoal business. I was making, people were coming to buy from my hand. I made 3,000 naira. Inside that 3,000 naira, I dropped some money. Then I dropped 1,000. Then the remaining 2,000 naira, I used it to go and buy what I don't have in the shop that people are asking of me. I will just get it small, small. So that is how I keep on pushing. And I called the person. I said, I have 50,000 for you. He was surprised. I said, yes, from the POS money, just last week. I said, I have 50,000 for you. That this is what I have been keeping from the source I have. He said, wow, you are very good in business. I would like to work with you. I said, no, I need my own money now. I cannot be working for you. So I now gave him. Ma, can you hear me?
Of course, yes. Yes.
And I gave him. I told you that, okay, give me the ending of this month. I will give you the 50. Why I still have my gain intact with me. I've not touched the gain because I wanted the gain to be big. So that, because now where I'm staying, people are asking me for rice. They said they need rice, they need beans, they need all this foodstuff something, which I have not been able to achieve. That is why I am trying my best to keep the gain of the POS and the gain of the, because in provision, quite all right, there's no much gain unless when you buy in carton. Like for example, now I bought roll of pig milk 1/8. That's 1/8. I will end up selling it because where I am is a very good area. It's an open space. That roll of milk, maybe somebody will just come and say, give me the roll of milk. I may end up selling it 2,000 and I have 200 naira gain on it. So it's all this rice of of a thing that we are using to push ourselves. So, ma, I started under umbrella. So when I now bought another table, because the market was filled up, I started buying bread. I started buying other things. So I now get another table. I said because the other table cannot contain another one. I now get another table from the money I have been keeping. That 35,000 I told you that I made is contribution money that I do every day. I do contribution every day from the POS money, from my provision money, and from my charcoal money. So any gain that comes out of it, apart from the contribution I do, I will now use it to buy my goods and add. That is how I started, ma. That is how I started my business.
So well done. Quickly, which of them? I know you're talking about provision not much. POS 100K returned 50K in 3 months, January and March. So which of them give you the most income, the most profit? Which of them is the most, which one do the customers come quickly? In the whole of your business line, POS, charcoal, and provision. Now, I know which of them. Also, remember that most people now, they use their card. They pay with card. Card is becoming very popular. Card is becoming very, I know I'm not in Nigeria, but I know people who say they are using card, shop right, but it's only some like markets you need that cash. So how do you intend to sustain it as well? And which line of business is giving you the most money?
Thank you, ma. The line of business that is giving me the most money is POS and the charcoal. POS is giving me what I want. POS is giving me much money, and the charcoal, because in provision, until you buy in carton, that is when you have much gain. But if you don't buy in carton, you may end up selling and you have only 200. Biscuits, if you buy a carton of biscuits, you may end up having 100 naira. So the only thing, and another thing that give me most gain is the groundnut. I fry my groundnut by myself. When I buy the groundnut, 2.5. When I finish frying it, I tie it. I make up to, well, maybe like today now, the one I sell last week. Before 1 week, they have bought the groundnut finish, and I bought another 2 mudu. I fry. When I finish each 1 mudu, I get like 2,000 naira. The groundnut I bought 2.5 because I'm using my hand to fry it. I'll peel it and I'll tie it. But this is the thing that is giving me much gain: the POS, the charcoal, and the groundnut I'm frying by myself.
How long does it take you? Like the POS right now is still booming. I'm looking at longer run. Do you know, like, yes, sometimes there will be no cash, the network is bad and people are using their card? Are you making provisions for that? And someone is asking about competition as well. Do you have competition? You talked about your environment anyway. Talk to us about what is your plan regarding the cash issues with POS in case it comes in future.
Like I'm a kind of person, I'm jovial. So I interact with people much. Like I have about 5 people that are giving me cash. They are Hausas. So they believe that when their brother sells, they will give them money. So when I go there, if I go to the other one, he doesn't have. Likely that the other one may have. Or if I go to, because I don't know how to speak Hausa, but they like the way I speak it, they laugh with me. So when they will say, okay, let me go and ask the other my brother. They will be begging their brother on my behalf. So I mostly don't lack cash. Even last week that there was a cash shaking. I was the only one that had cash in my area. So I have people, about 5 Hausa men that sells things. That sells all these torchlights, all this orange that I rely on for cash. I don't go to bank to get cash because I will queue. So I will just meet them. They will give me, they will just sell and be keeping the money for me. So when I go, they will not ask me, Martha, how much you want? So I will not tell them that this is the amount I want. I will not collect it. If that one don't have, he will say, let me wait, let me ask his other friend. That is how they will ask and ask. At the end of the day, they will bring cash for me. That is how I'm coping.
So with what you're saying is not even regular. Now, how much profit after deducting all expenses and costs from the total income? How much profit do you make a day or week or month? I know you said you put out 1,000. How much profit apart from the capital? You started with, according to you, 135,000.
Yes.
How much profit do you make? Have you made profit? Have you gained back your capital? Have you gained back 135,000?
Thank you, ma. For POS, I have added it together. My gain is 80,000 naira. In these 3 months, I have made 80,000 naira, but I've paid back 50.
Sorry, I don't understand. I need to understand which one, because if not, you come and tell me I didn't say again. I said, because you started POS with 100,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you saying you've made 180,000, then removed 80, or you have made 80,000, you have sold, or what? I don't understand. Talk to me more.
Ma, what I'm trying to tell you is that 100,000, if I do it, sometimes some people will come and collect 40,000 from my hand. In a day of that 100,000 naira, if I do it 10,000 naira, then 200 times 100 is 2,000. I will remove the 2,000 naira and keep 1,000 is going for a contribution, which they are marking every day. Then the other 1,000 naira is going for the payment of the money I collected. So in a day, I made, sometimes because people do collect 5,000, 100 naira, 10,000. So then in a day in my POS, I made up to, let me say, 5,000 naira every day, because if the 100,000 finish, I have to go back and collect another one. Sometimes in a day, it's not a regular something. I'll make up to 10,000 depending how I collected the money. Then when I remove that 2,000 naira, if I remove the 2,000 naira, then the other remaining money, I will now the 3,000 naira. When I go to market, what people ask me that I don't have, I will from that 3,000 naira out of the 5,000 I make a day and pay and buy the things that I don't have in my position.
So the question again is, you started with 100,000 naira. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you?
Yes, ma'am.
You've now made 80,000. Part of the 80 is profit. Part of them will go back to capital. Is that what you're saying? Or you?
Yeah. Part of the 80,000, the 80,000 naira, if I have to calculate my profit that I'm making every day that I'm coming out, I made up to 5,000 naira. Then that is 2,000 naira. That is my own thing. 2,000 naira. 1,000 is for the payment. So the gain I have made, the one I'm holding, not the one I have put in my provision shop, is 80,000 naira.
Okay. So you don't have check and balance yet. You just remove some money, but you've not really calculated it all together. That's fine. Now, another question I will ask you is, you said you want 100. Let me bring it out. You said you wanted 700,000 from IOM. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much? And you said someone loaned you 100K and you're yet to completely pay the 100K. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How long do you think it will take you to pay the 100K completely? And how long do you think it will take you to return back investments on the 700,000?
Thank you, ma'am. The 100K isn't the money I will pay. I intend paying the remaining money this month ending, the remaining 50K this month ending. I intend paying the 50K this month ending. Then that IOM, because where I am now.
Sorry. I want to ask a question before I forget. It took you January to March to pay 50. You say you just paid in March. How will it take you 1 month to pay the remaining 50?
But the reason why is that I've not really stand. That is why I'm saying I just started the business. So if I have the money, I buy some things that because people are really asking me of things where I am selling. Some are asking for rice, some are asking for fish.
Do you intend? Sorry, I'm cutting you. Continue. Do you intend to collect the money, take part of it, and pay him back? Because you said it took you 3 months to pay him 50. Then you now say you pay him at the end of this month, the remaining 50. Tell me how you do it and why it took longer time.
The reason why I did is not that I don't have the money to pay him back. It's not that I want to collect a part of the money to pay. I don't even want to touch the money that IOM want to give me. Because right now, as I'm talking to you, the container man, I have priced container, what I want to buy to be in my shop. So the container man, the money is 200,000 is going for the container. And the POS, I've already keep the money. If I collect, I still have the 100,000 naira with me that he lent me. It's my profit I'm using to pay him back. I still have my 100,000 naira with me. So what I said I want to pay him back in 1 month is that I have already told you that if I sell, I have 30,000 naira on ground now. If I sell, I will use it to, if the gain, I will use it to put more of things in my small kiosk that I have. So intending that when I completed before the end of because of my contribution I'm doing and the rest, it may not even reach end of the month. I'll call him and give him back the 50,000 naira. That is what I intended doing, man. It's not because from the part of the money, no, man. And paying back, I should continue, man.
Continue. Yes.
Paying back the IOM money is not going to take longer. Like 6 months, I'll pay back the money because if I can stock what people want in my shop, the money, paying back the money is not my problem. I'm in a very, I don't have competitor. I'm in a very open place. So it's my landlord that gave me the place outside the gate. So he said I can put whatever I want. That's why I needed the container to buy all this rice because rice in the market is 1.9 and we that is in the house, we are selling 2.5, people that are selling. So that is why I want to stock the shop. Within 6 months, I'll pay back the money that
we will do plus and minus. People are asking about POS deduction money and all those stuff. The way is, it's easy to say how you will pay something without putting down the calculation. You've said it. You have a lot of people asking you to buy, wanting to buy from you, wanting or the other, which you don't have. So there is no way you would think if you have money, you will now start to pay back. Like you just said, you have the money, you can't even pay back because there are many things you need to buy you've not bought. We hear you. I think we are going to continue next week. I'm looking at the time and I'm looking at people's comment. You can mute. Joyce. I'm looking at the time and I'm looking at people's comments. We will continue again next week. I think it will be more of practical now. We want to see more things. We'll reach out to you to tell you what we want to see because it's easier said than done. For Lolo, wonderful speech. In fact, you're a marketer. You're a saleswoman, sorry, a professional saleswoman. You were excellent. But we need more because I know people that sell okrika. I know people that sell. I know it's a good market, but I also know sometimes some things will remain in your hands. But the speed at which you sell it, I will want to see and practice and see practical more. And Talks, you were more moderate. You were talking about your packaging, your dream is big. Your dream is big. International community posting and doing all those things. And I'm wondering, is 1 million even going to be enough for that? And how do you intend to repay it? How long will it take? All these things will need to come back. And also you, Joyce, I don't know if you're back. I heard someone coming. You, Joyce, you're excited, and I love the excitement in you. You're so excited, full of energy. Honestly, that is the dream. And you believe, bam, 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 give me, I do magic. Yeah, 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 yeah. Everything, everybody blow. Nothing mega. So family members are also commenting. Let's see what the family members are saying. Then we'll go. So Modupe Comfort, that is 90. Okay, I think they're arguing. They're arguing in the comment section. So let's say interesting pitching. Yes, I agree. It's interesting. And the good thing is, you all demonstrated knowledge of your businesses. All of you. There is none of you I will say, oh, you're just faking it. You actually, I'm not saying you must have a business to come, but you said you have a business and you demonstrated actually having done your business. So that's good. JP, I think this, yeah, they're just talking to themselves. JP Icon, we are still wishing you all good luck. That's fantastic. And Emmanuel say, Mama, you are truly an entrepreneur. Goodness to you. Emmanuel, business is business, remember? And Oluwakemi say, with what she says, she can make it. Okay, they're already judging you, don't worry. A lot of family members are doing the same thing most of us want to do. Adeshina said, international woman. And Precious Joy Gambo said, it's easier said than done. Of course, we know that. We know that. And Oluwakemi said, right on, Mama. Oluwakemi, how are you? Bade said, interested. I need to stop now. And I need to go into our winners announcement. That's what they are waiting for. All this long business, then don't tire. I tell you, the long business, it don't do. So on that note, if you can come to the backstage, or if you want to be here, Joyce, that's fine. Let us end. We will continue next week. You all, oh my God, this one is the battle of the Titans. And it's only one spot we have. But the three of you, who will we choose? I don't know. But we'll continue. You will choose yourselves in the end. No wahala. We are listening, and we are listening well. So let us quickly start our winners announcement. Winners announcement. We'll start with the Saturday farms. Saturday winners announcement is the weighing. The weighing. Yes. So last week, during the live weighing, I weighed 82.65. And we had a lot of guesses, almost 20 or more guesses for 82 and up. So we chose the one that was closest. So if you guessed anything 82.66, that is not my weight. I don't even allow any little 0 point on it. If you guess, but it's not about me, it's about calculation. Anything above 82.65 is cancelled, is not correct. Then, because we had a lot of guesses, we now chose the following, and I'll read it out. That's the 82 point, yeah. So we chose the one that was closest to 82.65, which is Kelsey Joy, 82.60, Madeline Udwak, 82.50, Blessing Abu, 82.50, Meets Root, 82.50, Meets Faith, I don't know if it's the same person, 82.50, and Pretty Bella, 82.40. So this is where we stopped. We didn't want to go beyond 5, but we did 6. So we had a lot of names. Now, for the Sunday winners announcement. Sunday winners announcement. You remember our celebrating autism and breaking the stigma. Wonderful topic, very important for Nigeria. So the polo guessing and the music guessing. Oluwakemi Eronofalami won the polo guessing. No one got the music. No one. Now, the guessing. We ask you to guess the guests. How many guests? So we ask the number of guests we have tonight, the country of origin of the guest, the skin color, gender. So somebody edited, and here we said no editing. If you see where the pins are, it said no editing. The first person edited, so they were disqualified. These are the winners. The first to answer correctly. For 4 guesses, Adobe Bekwe got it correct. Nigeria, the next person is one person that won it. The Ibrahim Sule, he got Nigeria female, male, and black. Now, for Facebook fastest finger, we have Ibike Ade. He got it first. He's the first person. Aini Sunday was the second person. Tochukwu Okpala, congratulations, you're here. You were the third person, 0.07. Modupe Comfort was the fourth person, 0.08. Jane Ike was the fifth person, 0.08 as well. And Rhoda came 0.09, but we only give 5. So Rhoda was 0.09, but we are going to award the people that the first 5, which is Abike 0.03, Adeni Aini 0.03, Tochukwu 0.07, Modupe Comfort 0.08, Jane Ike 0.08. Now, for YouTube fastest finger, we have Angela Gideon, 0.01. We have Chukwedo Rachel, 0.01. We have Abin Bade Sunday Ezekiel, 0.03. We have the same, Abimbade Rachel Bosayo. We have Patient Akinde. These are YouTube fastest finger. The first person posted when we are not live. It was minus. We were not live at the time. Now, for most active participant last week, we have Chinazam, Adi Agnes, Emmanuel Akpan, Adenike Oni, and Umi Ismail. These are the most active participants. For 3,000 comment, the 3,000 commenter, if you look at the figure, we had 4,682 comments open. So we minus it by 1,682. The 3,000 commenter is Oluwakemi Eri Folami. For Nos Angel Special, we have the following: Mercy Omotoso, Adeyemi Anuoluwapo, Bamidele Olaitan, Moturayo Akin, Obioma Ubuchi, Tamaru Abos, Abdulaziz Mansura, Sinabola Adeyinka. These are Nos Angel Special. And for the dance competition, I want to say this and I want to say it loudly. All the panelists, we had the panelists, 2 of the panelists, we have the team lead of the dance competition, we had Chintok. And I did not even give because everybody unanimously said that Chichi Hollis won the contest. Unanimously said Chichi Hollis won. This is the marking scheme. They were looking at punctuality to the backstage. Both of them got it. Lights, Chichi was definitely got it for the lights. Network, Chichi definitely got it for network. Camera position, both of them. Camera clarity, Chi-Chi's one was clearer because of the darkness as well. Attire, both of them. Presentation, yes. Then individual dance and lateness, no one got minus. So from the marking criteria, unanimously, Chi-Chi Hollis was is the winner. So she goes home with 40,000 naira. While Blessing, for her effort, we go home with 10,000 naira. And that is it for today. We now are waiting for April, most active participant. Let's see what the family members are saying. I think they are all saying congratulations. Modupe is congratulating herself. Modupe Babi. So that is it. This is all we will have today. I'm still going to show our third contestant here. But I want to use the phone. So I'll beg you to come back. We finish. I'll just use the phone to play a music. Come to the page or the stage. Thank you. I use this phone to play the song. All right. So this is all we are going to take for today. You guys are marvelous. You are amazing. What song do you want us to dance? Let's do collabo. Colat. I like that song. We're all going to dance Colat by Fino. Huh? All right, let's stand up. Let's dance. Let's stand up. Let's stand up and dance. Yes. Is that Joyce? Chibes will bring you up. Or what's his name? All right, let's start.
That's the fact. No, I do. Chineke na-emeko kwanwe obenye seke. Every day by day I just dey sing it. Everything.
Sorry.
It's all my money, when they go that. If I can't do all when they're not. When they're not, not even less than it's my connect. It's my connect. I'll never forget. Never forget. Them say, I say, I'm went up. This thing, I'm we started from the bottom, now we're running this city. Just remove the you don't teach me. And if them they were fighting from that, just scream you. Only me, only that now. I hustle every day, my brother, to get the guy down. Open on one man, so I'm a grandma. I put in work every day to make sure I do have my it's my connect. I'll never forget. Never forget. I
We need to stop now. It's 8 o'clock. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone. Family members, thank you, thank you, thank you. I always say, in our mind is always, always in my mind, and my destiny is definitely in my hands. We will continue next week. We will do this until the winner emerges. Trust me. I love you all. I love you, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye. Bye bye.